had the opportunity to study in Israel. And even, it's funny to think about that, living there for a year, but I was still mainly and only exposed to a certain story. It was a narrative. It was primarily the modern state of Israel was a great idea, and it's gone wrong and is mostly oppressive towards non-Jews. The vast majority of what you can find on Netflix and iTunes has that slant. And it's hard to not have it affect you. Actually going there and just being open-minded to meet people and hear their stories just blows those stereotypes to pieces, I think.
Before I went, every time I told people that I was going to Israel, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, are you scared?" And I was like, no, should I be scared? So I think going into it, you know, you're very ready to be in this conflict zone and for things to be really intense and really scary and feel like you have to be on your guard or something. It wasn't a scary place to be.
You see the humanity of the Jewish people, you see that they're just like you are, and just as they're stepping into what they believe, so you step into what you believe.
I also just didn't realize how diverse and secular and multi-ethnic Israel was. I think Israel is. It's incredibly diverse. Jerusalem has so many different cultures all kind of blending and mixing in the same place.
A lot of Israel to me looked like Europe. You know, very just modern and people living their life, doing their deal.
They're just like us. Honestly, I didn't really experience anything that was that different from what I experience on a daily basis here in Portland or in any major city.
Jerusalem is just such a rad city. There's so much going on. There's so much culture here. You have this like old school market on one side, and then you have these more upbeat coffee shops, you know, a little of the hipster culture creeping in.
I think one of the things that totally blew my mind was the West Galilee Hospital, where there's this kind of the head of the hospital and all of the doctors and the whole staff have this incredible mission to serve those that are not Israeli, not Jews, but those across the border, Syrians that are being hurt by terrorism in their own country. And there's no hospitals there, so they're being brought into this hospital that's in the middle really of a war zone. The dignity that they're showing for all humanity there was amazing. If anybody there is acting like Jesus, it's that hospital. The way that they're serving kind of the least of the least, the outsider, the foreigner, and in some ways, the outright enemy. And they're just totally serving him, and that was mind-blowing, so good.
I think I learned we have, as Americans, we all benefit from democracy. And so there is a democratic state in the Middle East, and we should celebrate, champion that, and that's an important thing.
Israel came to life for me when I went on this trip. And I could not feel affection for the people that Jesus felt affection for. I could not feel affection for Galilee the way he felt affection. I could no longer look at Nazareth the same way, or Capernaum, or these places that I have dreamed about and hoped about and anticipated what it would be like to actually be there. I could not have done it. So it was awesome. Take me back.